And this says teenage mob takes over $1 billion Atlanta complex as residents fume over Publix shutting down. How many times when they say, oh my God, why are they closing now? Why are they leaving? And people try to act like they don't know. They try to, that's how we started. Y'all remember, this is how we started. Somebody was leaving the community. They was like, what happened? What happened? Oh, you don't know what happened? Let's take a look at what happened.
Right now, people in Atlanta are protesting plans to close two popular Publix locations, one in Chamblee and the other one on Atlantic at Atlantic Station.
They must be racist. What is it? Publix? Isn't it a grocery store? They must be racist.
Alliance Galat Malama joining us live right now. So, Galat, why are people so upset about this?
Neighbors tell us that they really rely on this grocery store as an easily accessible place in the community. And they say this is not about placing blame on anybody, but really they're just hoping the parties involved find a solution so that there is a grocery store there. They kind of migrated here to the 17th Street Bridge, holding their signs. They were rallying outside the Atlantic Station Publix for about an hour. Neighbors say it would be a significant hardship, particularly for people without cars or with mobility challenges once this Publix closes. And some people we spoke to actually moved here specifically because they don't have a car and they wanted to have a grocery store in walking distance. They say Publix has been a core part of the community's vision as a walkable neighborhood. And in a statement, a spokesperson for Publix tells us we've been privileged to serve the Midtown community at the Publix at Atlantic Station for almost 2 decades. As one might imagine, there are a number of factors that go into determining whether we will continue to operate a store location. While it is always a difficult decision to make,
yeah, she talking real fast, but the point is that we the hell on up out of here, child. Go talk to your mom.
Have decided.
Go talk to Pastor Jamal Bryant, see what he can do about it.
To close this store on December 27th. And Atlantic Station management tells us that this decision by Publix was sudden, but since they learned about it, they've been working to try and find another grocery store to put there. That is a priority for them in that space. And they say they are also going to try to have a shuttle service to help people more easily access grocery stores around here. This is just one of the closures for Atlantic Station in the coming weeks. DSW and Banana Republic are also set to close. We will have more on those closures tonight at 11.
I wonder why DSW and what's the other one she just said? Whatever one it was. Why are they closing? Girl, why? Looks like a beautiful community and everything is going. Now they out here protesting again. Why are you protesting when someone says that they're leaving? It's too late. It's too late. They done already made plans and made decisions. That's what proactivity is called. Nobody's ever proactive.
Boy. So we got to talk about a very interesting story out of Atlanta involving Atlantic Station and the protests that are currently going on, or that were going on, in order to save the Publix. Okay, a Publix closed in Atlanta.
I forgot, my bad, Cher. Yes, this is absolutely the ATL.
She was fucking his best friend. So, I mean, everybody's fucking down here in Atlanta. I don't know what to tell you. They breeding like rabbits down here. Everybody getting ass.
They definitely breeding something. Thank you. The Banana Republic, which I love Banana Republic. Love Banana Republic.
Station, Atlanta. And people are boohoo, whining, crying, and they're upset about Publix deciding that, hey, we don't really want to do business here. We want to leave. Now, Atlantic Station is supposed to be a walkable shopping, living center, right? We're talking about a multi-billion.
I think it used to be called a planned unit development, a PUD, a PUD, where you can live and shop. So you live up here and then you shop down here. So you never have to go anywhere. And even if you don't necessarily live above the actual stores, you're right here, it's right here. And then you can just come out and do what you have to do. And you really don't need a car. So those were the all the deals, the rage, I should say, actually right before 2008. I'm assuming they picked it up because they have a lot of those in Annapolis and I would love to live there, but it's not an option. They cost a lot of money, but you don't have to go anywhere. Everything's downstairs. I'm sure you can get everything Ubered, Instacarted, and everything else. But y'all, if you ain't got no grocery store, I guess your ass got to get up and leave, and that's not what they want. So these things cost a lot of money. This costs a lot of money where these people live.
Ow! What the fuck?
Where the fuck we go? Where's we going? I'm going home. Where's we going? They still shooting?
You hear?
Oh my gosh.
No, yes, go inside somewhere. Now, they're running. Yes, they need to stay where you're at, please.
Sasha, this is what y'all invite me to? That's not funny. You was just laughing whenever you see the white people getting up under the table. Mimi, you, like what? We're trying to eat and stuff. Where Chrissy? The hospital. They got, what happened? Oh, stop playing.
No, they have to hide.
I've never been in this like this. I really don't know how to act. Do I get on the ground? Very little video. Very little video.
I'm sure this is racist, y'all. You already know this is racist. How dare you show this? It's the white liberal media. It's their fault. Not the actual people that are doing this shit, right? It's everybody else's fault, y'all. Shout out to Kofi. I appreciate you. He said Atlantic Station is a nice area. Microsoft just built a corporate office right across the street not too long ago, but crime is down. Of course it is. And Microsoft, when they take their asses on up out of there and all them people get fired, then it will be racism from then. They'll be out there protesting instead of doing something about this shit. It's just blame everybody else. Same old crap, different place. They should just go to Jamal Bryant's church. I'm sure he has answers.
I really don't know how to act. Do I get on the ground? Very little video. Very little video.
Yeah, so you see that, you heard that. Now, let's actually learn a little bit more about the violence that happened at Atlantic Station this weekend and residents speaking out about this.
Days after a group of teens turned to gunfire on a busy night at Atlantic Station, people living in the community are speaking out about the safety of the community. Atlanta News First Report Anna Murphy is live tonight over at Atlantic Station with concerns from people. Anna?
Well, there are 6,000 residents who live here and millions more that visit each year. And we spoke with a handful of them today who are now becoming concerned for their safety. For nearly a decade, living at Atlantic Station has been a walk in the park for Francisco Cano and his dog Teddy.
I've never had any sort of issues here in the whole time that I've lived here.
But lately, he'll be the first to tell you that life in this Midtown Atlanta community hasn't been so easy.
I think it's just the challenges of living in the city. I know that definitely part of the issue, I think, is just maybe the youth not having much more else to do than just hang out at the mall.
Saturday night.
Oh, the youth don't have anything else to do but to hang out at the mall? They ain't got nothing to do. Their parents ain't watching them. Their parents ain't paying attention. You can't watch kids all the time. You're absolutely right. Make your kid get a job. Make your kid get a freaking job or sit their ass down some damn where. Now you're gonna let them go to a team takeover. What happened to being home by dark? Those rules don't happen no more. Sha.
Dozens of teenagers descended on Atlantic Station, initially shooting off fireworks and then turning to gunfire. Javante captured the sound of the gunfire on video while dining at one of the restaurants. Nobody was injured, but 5 juveniles were taken into custody. Their names and charges have not been released. Satya
Yeah, I mean, that's a part of the problem, right? Every single time these individuals are caught, these young scholars, right? These astronauts, future lawyers, doctors, AI engineers, nuclear scientists, they don't want to release the names, right? They really should release the names, the charges, and they should release the names and identities of the parents as well, too. Because, again, a lot of this is the fault of the parents allowing this type of chaos to occur.
President of the Atlantic Station Civic Association issued this statement in response to the violence. Atlantic Station has had a curfew in place for unaccompanied minors after 3 p.m. since 2022, and we appreciate APD's swift response in assisting with dispersing the crowd that began gathering around 7 p.m.
How you gathering at 7 p.m. and you ain't supposed to be there after 3 p.m.? Since 2022, so they don't know the rules yet? Okay.
Coordinated efforts helped restore order and appeared to prevent the situation from escalating into more serious violence on the property.
It's just, maybe some carelessness with some guns, and it just makes you wonder, where the parents are in all of this and whether they know that their children have all of this and just come.
So who has been talking about parents for the longest time, for about 4 going on 5 years now? Now, who has been talking about parental accountability? Oh, yeah, me. Yeah, nobody ever want to talk about that. No, you can't say anything about that. Start taking them benefits away, okay? Just start taking any benefit that they have from the government away. And then if that ain't enough, find their asses and send them asses to jail, because I believe, and y'all correct me if I'm wrong, that minors can't have weapons. Correct me if I am wrong. Minors cannot have weapons. Yay or nay? Yay or nay? Am I wrong? Yes, this comes into play.
God, where her mother at? Where this little girl mother at? Where they role models at? Where's the adults? Huh? That's the question we all trying to figure out.
Ain't nobody trying to figure out none of that.
Come to a mall to hang out and maybe just show off their guns or whatever maybe.
And witnesses tell us they believe there may have been about 100 people involved in this incident on Saturday. Of course, only 5 taken into custody at this point in time. Now, I asked for an updated report from Atlanta police today to find out more about what happened here. They told us this case remains active and ongoing. Live at Atlantic Station in Midtown Atlanta, Adam Murphy, Atlanta News First.
And the fireworks and gunfire come at a time when Atlantic Station is trying to deal with this image. The live, work, and play community just lost its flagship grocery store, Publix. It closed Saturday after 20 years. A DSW shooting.
They done already. Oh, they said we done already. Wow. Child, I guess they knew already, but they was like, child, we done. Good luck to y'all. Instacart it the fuck up.
Slated to close January 24th. It's sat right next to Publix. Also, by the end of January, Banana Republic will leave, choosing not to renew its lease.
So without further ado, let's get into it.
Tonight, frustration washing over people who will lose their local grocery store in less than 2 weeks. People protested outside the Publix at Atlantic Station. That location expected to close on December 27th. Atlanta News First, Alani Latang is live in Midtown tonight after speaking with people demanding to know when they will get a new grocery store and a place to buy some fresh food. Alani?
That's right, Tracy, because it's an adjustment that people just don't want to incorporate. They say they moved here because they wanted to ditch their cars and walk for everything they need. Now they're demanding an urgency, transparency, and a long-time partnership with retail and grocery stores.
We are here today for one simple reason. Food access matters.
Atlantic Station store closures leaving residents frustrated. Atlantic Station opened in 2005 as a mixed-use live, work, play community. People who live there say they're losing some of that live and play. Atlantic Station says they're home to 6,000 residents with another 9 million visitors. Now Banana Republic, DSW Shoes, plus Publix announcing they're leaving their only walkable grocery store. Condo owners Betty and Pamela moved to Atlantic Station to ditch their cars, to walk everywhere.
But now it's like, okay, I don't drive, so I'm going to Uber to get a dozen eggs? I don't think so.
Yeah, that is what you have to do. Right?
Yeah, that's exactly. Or you could Instacart it. I mean, it does cost $100 a year, but I find it worth it. But that's just me.
You voted for individuals who continue to allow this type of stuff, who do not punish these agents of chaos for the crimes that they commit. And because of that, they continue to commit these crimes. And because of that, these stores, these businesses saying, hey, we can't operate. We can't operate profitably in these areas, right? That's just the reality of the situation. But instead of addressing the root cause, they want to point the finger at Publix, right? Oh, Publix, you have to stay, right? If you close up, it's racism. I'll have to take an Uber to get groceries. Oh, I'll have to get a car, right? First world problem, okay? So, it's just funny to me because they never addressed the real problem. The real problem is that this community, which used to be a vibrant, walkable, safe, living community, is not that anymore. Not because Publix is closing down or these stores are leaving. It's because you've allowed crime and chaos to get out of control. It's not safe. Okay.
We've been hearing the same excuse over and over and over again. Like, seriously, y'all. The same excuse over and over and over again. This is ridiculous.
So it's going to take some adjustments.
And who else is going to be leaving? My thing is it going to be a desert where there's no stores and we just going to be here and property values going to...
Imagine living in a place where I think Lawrence was saying the rent is $3,000, $2,000, $4,000 a month and you live in a food desert. Imagine that. That is crazy.
I don't think so. So it's going to take some adjustments.
And who else is going to be leaving? My thing is it going to be a desert where there's no stores and we just going to be here and property values going to go down.
Residents say real estate company Hines met with them on Sunday to flesh out their concerns. Residents have 3 demands. 1 is getting a grocery store in as soon as possible, which Atlantic Station management says is a top priority. 2 is adding grocery store stops to its already existing free shuttle. And 3 is transparency with management on future plans.
These are reasonable asks.
All that is nice, but that wouldn't be at the top of the list. It would be, what are we going to do about this crime? They said a grocery store, put grocery stores on the shuttle bus and whatever that last one was. Nothing about the crime. Oh, my bad. Crime is down. Oh, my bad. That's why. Okay. They said nothing about the crime.
They are solvable and they are best addressed together.
I have faith that something good is going to happen. It's going to happen. We're going to make it happen.
Go call Jamal Bryant. I'm sure he has answers, child. He right there.
Again, Atlantic Station closes, the Publix at Atlantic Station closes December 27th. There's already an online petition with more than 400 signatures calling for another grocery store to come in here. You can find that link on our website.
Why are you petitioning for another grocery store to come through? What is that going to do? Help me. What I'm missing? I'm raising my hand. What am I missing? What is petitioning a grocery store to come in going to do? Just like petitioning to get Nicki Minaj sent on up out of the United States. Child, these people be doing the dumbest of things that don't make no damn sense whatsoever.
Website at atlantanewsfirst.com. Reporting live here in Midtown, I'm Alani the Tank, Atlanta News First.
Yeah, so you've seen that, you heard that. Now, it just so happens that that shooting that we talked about, the Agents of Chaos, that happened basically on the same day that the Publix shut down, which basically vindicated Publix, right? In regards to them.
So that happened on the 27th, that Saturday. What's that? Last weekend. Last weekend. So y'all just got all your Christmas presents. Y'all just celebrated the Lord's birthday and all that. And then you just went out that night or whatever night that was, 2 days after Christmas, to go show off your weapons, according to that one reporter, child. Child, you can't make it up. You cannot make it up. What are we gonna do? We're gonna start a petition. Well, child, let us know how that works. I don't think it's gonna work, but child, what do I know? Anyway.
God damn it! You can't make this shit up!
We do not care.